All right, my man. State your name and let them know you on Real Talk with Nick.
My name is RJ Quickley Ortiz from Harlem.
Better
Well,
known
my
that.
brother, known as the Latin Assassin.
Yes, Rucker.
Rucker
Legend.
Park,
Uh-huh.
Kingdom, Tri-State. Dykeman wasn't in the equation back then, but I do play up there now. Even at this age, I play in the 60 and over, sometimes 50 and over, just to have some fun playing ball.
All right, man. Nothing wrong with that, man. So you got the orange and blue all in your veins when we speak of these New York Knicks. And I want to know, brother, I know you hear all the talks concerning us Knicks and how they gave up draft picks to clear cap space and acquire certain players like Jalen Brunson and so forth, man. How do you feel about the direction the Knicks is putting themselves in, man?
Well, right now, you know something? I agree with you one thing. I think they're going in the right direction, but I don't think the Knicks should pull the trigger.
As far as what?
As that point guard, Jalen
Brunson? Well, they signed him.
They signed him?
They signed him for $104 million, man.
Okay, so
he's here.
I hope we ain't lose a lot of pieces with Mr. Brunson. Now, I haven't been up to date. So
okay, well, let me put you up to date.
Okay.
We got rid of some picks. We got rid of Kemba Walker.
Okay.
He's out of here. We got rid of some vets. Nolene Noel, Alex Burke.
Okay.
Who else is no longer with us? Taj Gibson is gone.
Okay.
So pretty much the only vet we really have is Derrick Rose.
So what I will tell you, excellent now. Now that I know, because there was a need. That position is a need in New York for the last 6-7 years. And now we finally got a point guard, young, hungry. Now we got to get the pieces around him,
right,
so we can put this hard Knicks fan and millions more Knicks fan, so we can compete, get in the playoffs, and let everything fall in place.
Okay. So when we speak of Jalen Brunson, did you follow him when he was in Dallas?
I followed him since he was at Villanova.
Okay.
Okay, and I think the kid got what it takes.
You do?
Yes, he got what it takes. But he needs the pieces around him to make it function.
So what pieces do you think Jalen Brunson needs, man?
I really think the Knicks need a scoring forward. Consistently score. A scoring forward.
And you don't think Julius Randle's that guy?
No, he's not. Inconsistent. Don't play D. I love him to death, but he don't play D. And I didn't like his attitude the last 2 months of the last season.
Now, speaking of Julius Randle's attitude, right? Let's start there. Do you think he want to be a Knick?
And who don't want to be a Knick? You're in New York, Bob. If you come to New York and you play, the fans, the city, we're gonna give you open arms. But you got to go out there every day and give 100%, no matter good or bad. And that's what I say about Randle. Randle will come, want to play some days for 2 or 3 games, and then you don't see him for another 2 games. He got to be on a consistent basis because the Knicks need him and his offense, just like he did the year before.
When the Knicks was 4 seed.
That he took it upon him. That, I'm going to do this. That's what he should have did last year.
So what was the big difference, man? I heard that he had a lot of off-court issues with his marriage, separation with the wives. That could have been it. I mean,
you know something?
I don't know how true that is.
You know, neither do I. But if it's a family issue, it always usually does affect an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And it might have, didn't let him be him on the basketball court because his mind is not there 100%.
Yeah.
But us as professionals and everything, you got to remember, this is your job, and we can't put the outside situation, families or whatever it might be, But when you come to work, you got to work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got to work. There ain't no ifs and buts about it. That's why you will get criticized, if you don't do what you're supposed to do. You got people with the potential that you got. You already demonstrated it to us, but you got to keep on doing what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't keep on doing what you do and you slack off, we're going to let you know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And playing devil advocate once again. So I heard that side, what it could be with Randle. Then I also heard that he ain't trust his teammates. That's why he got caught up playing the way he was playing, being frustrated, bringing the ball up like he's a point guard.
Well, I was, you know something? I'm not going to take it away from Randle. Whatever problems he had, you know, and the experience that he just passed, and if he's on the Knicks this year, he's going to have to come out with everything he's got.
To win the fans over, right?
And there you go. Because he definitely lost a lot of fans with the attitude and his conduct on the court, you know, in some important games that was at the Garden.
Right.
You know, and you can see him, you know, the way he was retaliating and talking back to the fans, the way he was expressing himself, you know, back to the media. Because the year before that, he wasn't talking like that.
But there wasn't no fans for him to talk to. So I'm asking you, Latin Assassin, do you think Julius Randle was distracted by the fans? Because like I said, that was his first time being able to, well, no, he played with the fans before.
Yeah, but that's not the key. The key is the fans expect the maximum out of you. You already won the fans. Now, when the fans sees the other part of you and you're not doing your job on the court, so us fans, right? We gonna criticize. It happens everywhere. It happens with the media. It happens everywhere, you know. And his conduct, I think, was the key for him, because he had a lot of things going on in his mind because it affected his basketball game, and we understand that. But he, as the professional, got to put that aside and come out and play ball.
Okay.
And I know if Randle plays anywhere half to the potential that he did the year before, Knicks are playoff bound. Knicks are playoff bound because the maturity of J.R. Barrett.
RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett, that kid.
Talk to me about RJ. I'm glad you went there.
RJ, you don't touch, don't leave him. That's your franchise.
Do you think he's going to be an all-star this season?
This season?
Do you see all-star in RJ?
I say yeah. You know something? I say yeah.
Yeah?
Yes. He did it. He did his due. You see the progress every year in him.
Let's talk about his growth. What do you see progress since he came in as a rookie?
His defense is number one.
You think that improved?
A little bit. A whole lot. And his offense. Amazing. Because I didn't think he would have that jump shot, you know, the three-point jump shot with him like he did. I guess he went to work. He went to practice. He went into the gym, started doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? And that improved his game, all-around game, really, because he started getting rebounds and everything.
Right.
You know, so his all-around game is starting to blossom, and that's someone you can count on every day. You get your 15, 6 a rebound, 5 assists, and who knows, he might just step it up, which he might do. I wouldn't doubt it. It won't surprise me,
right?
You know, that he goes 20-something, 6, 5.
So you think he improved with his mid-range and field goal?
Oh yes, definitely. You and him and all the Knicks fans know that. Cause look at his percentages when he first came in.
Okay.
And look at how he did last year.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he got snubbed for the Rookie of the Year or Rookie First Team? Should he got some accolades during his rookie season?
I don't think so.
You don't think he went to the right person with John Moran?
Yeah, it definitely. That kid was off the charts, bro.
Yeah.
You can't take away John Moran or what he done or what he's still doing. You know what I'm saying? But when he came in, you could see it. You know that he had more opportunity than J.R. Barrett, but he was a regular on the court.
I mean,
you know
RJ.
What I'm saying? You know.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're on the court, you gonna mature quickly.
Yeah.
You know, real quick, and you ain't got your teaching class is starting right away. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I want to talk about somebody who could possibly become the sixth man of the year when we speak of that of Immanuel Quickley.
Wow. Yo.
Do you see that happen?
Awesome. Yes, I can see that happen. Yes, I can. Because that kid, I'm glad they didn't touch him. Don't give that kid up for nothing.
What you think his strength is?
Yo, honestly, he showed me he was a little leader on that court last year.
Immanuel Quickley?
Leader, yes. Apart from his offense, we know he got offense. We know he can play. But, yo, they gave him an opportunity to play the point guard, right?
Right.
And that's not even his position.
Well, he played in college, believe it or not.
But really, he's the shooter. He's our scoring guard.
Combo guard.
Yeah, but he's a combo guard. But they put him in there because they didn't have, Kemba out, Rose is out.
Right.
So I think he did a great job of running the team. That's why I say leadership, because it wasn't about points. It was about who can handle the ball and get the guys in their position so they can be more effective.
So, with you saying that, you see leadership in Immanuel Quickley playing the one. Do you think the Knicks even needed to seek a point guard in Jalen Brunson?
Yes.
You still think Jalen Brunson was needed?
You always get two point guards. Just in case one gets hurt, the other one can still run the show. And as you see, everybody in the league always got 2-point guards. Always. Because you never know if somebody get hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to, let's say, a new point guard that, really haven't been on the court, and try to run the show. Not with somebody that's been there already, went through it, even though he wasn't the best at it in the beginning, right?
Right.
But you could see it blossoming at the end.
Okay. All right. Moving right along, man. I want to talk about coaching, man. Tom Thibodeau is the head defensive coach. And then we got Rick Brunson, Jalen Brunson's father, who's the assistant coach. Do you feel this could be Tom Thibodeau's breakthrough season? That he must do something, or Rick Brunson could probably be our head coach?
Well, you know something? Stories come out of all, and you in New York. I'm not going to say that it can't happen, right? I'm not going to do that because even Brunson is a good coach. Okay,
Rick Brunson,
yes, yes, he's a good coach. But I love the coach that they got now.
Tom Thibodeau.
Yes, defensive coach. New York was always defensive minded, even back in the days. You know what I'm saying? And bringing back the defense is a plus.
It's a plus.
It's a plus. It's a plus. So now we got two defensive coaches. Yes, I would say to your question, if the Knicks don't do well this year,
that Rick Brunson is going to be the head coach?
I wouldn't say he would be the head coach, but I know they will get rid of
Tom Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau. Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. If they don't progress, he's out.
He's out.
Yeah, that's the third year.
That's the third year. Wow. Okay. And being that the Knicks got rid of a lot of vets, right? No Taj Gibson, no Reggie Bullock, no Kemba Walker. Do you think Tom Thibodeau is going to gel well with the youth, man? Because now he got a bunch of youth players. The only vet he's really holding on to is Derrick Rose.
Well, guess what? Expect Mr. Gibson to come back.
You think so?
Oh, no, so. I know so. He ain't going nowhere. It's just a free agent, fill up the cap space and everything. You see nobody signed him, right? He's still out there. No sooner that waiver time is up, that boy is back in New York. And that's a good addition. That veteran is a must.
Why is that?
Because he does the dirty work. And you need somebody always to do the dirty work in the NBA. Look at all the teams. They got one.
Okay. All right. And how do you feel about Alex Burke being dished away, man? There's no Alex Burke, man.
Well, situations happen where you got to, like you said, cap space, get youth, start bringing the youth back into New York, because you can't live with the older guys for the rest of your life. You have to have a balance. You can have a couple of them there, but now these young athletes so athletic. Why, you know, the older guys really don't got the legs to keep up with them.
Right, right, right,
You
right.
know, so and that's the situation. You know, you gonna find yourself in.
Okay. And Mitchell Robinson, man. Big Mitch. He got his extension, got his 65, I think 60 mil.
60 mil.
Do you think he's worth it?
Yes, I think he's worth it.
And do you think he's going to bring any elevation to his game? I'm hearing that he got a 3-ball that he hasn't displayed yet.
Well, that means if he did the 3-ball, he started shooting jumpers, that means he's been in the gym. And we don't really need threes. If he got a 10, 15-footer, then we'll see. You know, because I would like to see it myself, just like, you know, the progress of each one does. But they told me he's in the gym shooting.
He's in the gym shooting. And then you got a backup center in Jericho Sims.
Which is not, matter of fact, he's better be careful, because if he doesn't do his job, Mr. Sims will come and take it.
You think so?
Oh, I know so. You know, when you got hungry young boys and they want to participate, they're going to throw that extra mile in there for the team.
So what you see in Jericho Sims that make you feel like Mitchell Robinson better be on his job?
But I think his post-up game is a little more polished than Robinson, because he'll try to go left, go right, and shoot the little 5-foot hook or a 10-foot jumper. You know what I'm saying? Something I haven't seen in Robinson arsenal at all. You know what I'm saying? But this is 1 year that the kid, you know, just when they did give him a chance to play, you know, he showed that.
Right. And I want to talk about a guard. Everybody say, what the hell is he doing in the G League? Some say he's the most defensive player on the Knicks roster. But we speak of that of McBride. McBride.
Oh, McBride.
McBride.
You got to play him. You got to keep him. Defensive guards are hard to find. You got to get that can put pressure all the way from the down court and everything, and still have the legs and the tenacity to stay on D. That kid you cannot touch. You cannot touch. You have to have him on your roster.
Do you think he need to be coming out the G League, man?
Of course. Just because he's a stopper on D.
Okay.
There's very few guards that can put pressure from baseline to baseline.
And speaking of guards playing defense, is Jalen Brunson one of them guards?
No.
He's not a defensive guard?
No. He's a mediocre guard, plays D. He plays D, but he's not a, harasser or something like, make you do something different, you know what I'm saying, on the court, take you out of your game.
Is Immanuel Quickley a defensive guard to you?
He plays D, but he's more of an offensive guard.
Do you think Immanuel Quickley played more D than Jalen Brunson?
Well, we have to see that, the latest show, right? Let them, now they're teammates. Because, you playing in Dallas is a different system. You get help out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But straight up, I go 50-50.
50-50. And what can we expect from Derrick Rose, man? Some say he's injury prone, but when he's healthy, he's quite effective, man.
He's a problem if he's healthy. If he's with him and Jalen Brunson, and I would come out with Rose off the bench.
Off the bench?
Yes, because he's more offensive minded, and he's a veteran. He knows where to go. He knows where to put his teammates at, to give the ball and et cetera.
And et cetera. Okay. And the big meat, this is the nail in the coffin, man. When we speak of that of Donovan Mitchell, there's a lot of talks of Donovan Mitchell coming to the Knicks. Do you think this kid is worth the big contract they might be throwing his way too, man? He's not happy in Utah. Some say, why bring Donovan Mitchell here to New York when he hasn't done nothing in Utah? Talk to Knicks.
I don't know what everybody talking about. He ain't done nothing in Utah. That's the franchise at Utah. Hey, they had a bad break, man. They had been in the playoffs. They just didn't get over the hump. And you know how this goes. You don't get to the chip. It falls on administration. It falls on the players. And then you want to change pieces. And what you do is destroy the whole chemistry of your whole program.
So you think bringing Donovan Mitchell would destroy the Knicks? Some say...
You know why I say yes to that? it's the pieces you're going to give up to it.
Yeah, because
You
they
know,
talking
'cause you
about
under-
giving up Obi
There you go.
for Donovan Mitchell,
There
man.
you go. Obi and who knows how many, what more.
Quentin Grimes,
Hello. See?
McBride,
Hello. See?
and like six
I would-
picks.
I would,
Six picks.
and he's not a defensive guard. He's an offensive scorer. You
Scorer.
see what I'm saying? And that's
So,
I prefer a combo guard that gets me 10, 12, plays D, and stops the man.
you just described Immanuel Quickley to me, man.
There you go then. So that's why I told you got two good defensive guards. Young. You got two veterans. See, but Quickley is a little more advanced
Then who?
than Brunson on the offensive end. You see?
You gotta back that up.
No, I don't. I don't got to back it up. You know, Brunson did great in that playoff series. But you do it on a yearly basis, how they did the whole season, you look at the record.
Immanuel Quickley got a better.
You will see all the comparison, which I can't say Mr. Brunson won't do that in New York. You know what I'm saying? I hope they both do. They can get the chemistry together and work together and be awesome. You don't have to be a superstar. All you got to do is make sure your chemistry as a team is together, and you can go far. You ain't got to have all the superstars to get that done.
Okay, so basically you saying that the Knicks is throwing unnecessary money
Out,
away.
like always, like they always do. This ain't something that we've been giving. We gave away how many stars, that's been in New York? How many stars had come out? No sooner they leave New York, they superstars. You know, and we had them in our pocket, and that's why the administration. I'm so glad that at least Mr. Donovan has loosened up a little bit, right? Loosened up and let these people that knows basketball
You mean James
do
Dolan?
the basketball
I
thing.
mean James Dolan.
James Dolan, yes.
Yeah.
You know, because he was the everything. He do the trades, he do it, but he didn't know really what basketball was about.
Wow. Okay. All right. So with that being said, the Knicks need to stop spending money and start developing.
Developing, you got draft picks coming. You got a bundle of them, right? And if you ain't gonna get a superstar, because I'll give them up for a superstar because I know it's established and I know what he gonna bring. I'll do that for the next 4 or 5 years. But if you're not gonna get a superstar, because we do need one, a scoring superstar.
So Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell is not it. They're not superstars in y'all.
I take Donovan. I take Brunson, but I leave Donovan Mitchell out because if you do bring him, you're gonna give up a lot of pieces for him.
Some say bringing Donovan Mitchell would make your starting five strong, but it will make your bench weak.
Correct. That will be correct. You're gonna go try to play with people that don't got no experience to be on the court, because you definitely got to give the guy some rest, man. NBA games are long, physical. You deteriorate. You know what I'm saying? If you don't take care of yourself, you're gonna deteriorate.
Right. All right, my man. That's what it is. I want to thank the OG, the Heart of Harlem, talking about Knicks basketball. This is the Latin assassin, y'all. Y'all know who he is. Do your homework, man. And we out. Peace.
Peace.